We've always provided that quality person-centered care by leading and following the Brothers' mission, but what I'm seeing is the changes in the care across all the different levels of care and throughout, even nationwide, is that they're pushing for that person-centered now more over the last 5-10 years, which is very much, I believe, made Brothers of Mercy stand apart, because that's something that we always did before it was a push. There's some unique features that are generally across the entire Sacred Heart home, but more so because we're on a campus setting. Putting us on a campus setting and having assisted living with the different levels of care really makes us stand apart to standalone assisted livings, because we can provide the continuity of care as the residents transition. And then having the added spiritual support that a lot of facilities don't have is a really good bonus to have, particularly during the hard times and the transitions these residents go through coming to live in any kind of facility from all walks of life. The added component of the spiritual care really makes us stand apart. One thing that's ideal is the fact that we have 2 units that are set up as 16-person units, so it's not too much stimulation, it's easier to manage that way. But what really makes us stand apart is our circadian lighting that we have. If you look up circadian lighting, it really is proven to help benefits with sleeping, behaviors, patterns, less medical falls, things like that. And in addition, we have half doors in our units for every single resident's room, and that gives the staff the opportunity to meet the residents' needs in the sense that every individual is different, and we strive to meet their individualized care. And with the half doors, we can be able to still check on them and give them their privacy, but they're not feeling enclosed in. And then if we have to do safety checks or something along that way, we're not disturbing their routine and contradicting what we're trying to do in providing the best quality care. Every tour that we get, families coming in, staff that have worked at other memory care units, they do say that our residents are much more alert and engaged and busy, but not necessarily in the ways that are negatively impact, like increased behaviors and things like that. I see and hear that we definitely have less behaviors and negative outcomes that could occur when when you're in a memory care unit dealing with people with dementia. They come from all walks of life and they're all different stages, so the risk or the ability for there to be arguments or behaviors, that's high just because of the nature of the environment. It's imperative that you're really paying attention to these subtle changes as they're occurring, because dementia is an unpredictable progression. So that's why it's so important to do the person-centered and look at their history and their life and be able to kind of dive into that a little bit to help them through that, because my dementia would be completely different than another person's dementia, and that's key in providing the best care. I have to commend Mike Perez and my enrichment team in really creating that, because that adds a whole nother layer to the person-centered care that we're providing to our residents, because we're engaging them on their individualized basis and needs. The wellness neighborhoods are really, we have 6 of them total in our entire building, 4 on the assisted living side and 2 on the memory care unit. And really the idea of it is that they're 6 little households. So the residents, no matter which side that they're on or which level of care they're in, it feels like home. It helps them to feel like home. One thing that we have found has been a tremendous benefit is the fact that the way that they're set up similarly, both on assisted living and memory care, allows for a smoother transition as residents increase their level of care, that their needs increase and they need a higher level of care, say from switching from assisted living to memory care. The transition is easier because it's not upsetting their environment as much as moving from a place that looks completely different. And I'm also very proud to say, in regards to our memory care unit, that you don't see and hear a lot. Because of our programming and our person-centered care that we provide, we've actually had a handful of residents graduate from memory care and improve so well that they were able to go over to our assisted living side. And that, I have to say, is no better. There's nothing better for me to be proud of than the staff that have done that work to make that happen, because that's highly unlikely. Usually you can expect the continued decline. So for someone to come in and have some cognition issues and the staff to work with them person-centered to enhance all of their abilities to make them more independent and go down to a lesser level of care, it is really quite amazing.